Me deciding to strike with the irons off and they're coming to see you, wasn't it?
Look, I'm looking.
Look, I like a shelf up a quarter of an hour after I've had the idea. I've gone off to boil now. You're very disorganised, aren't you?
You shouldn't be cheeky when you're scrounging, Mr. Sugden.
Me scrounging? Never. I'm paying. I'll speak my mind.
Here, all right. How does that grab you?
I thought, well, it's a bit see-through, but I've seen worse, I suppose. How much?
45.
45p for that?
45 quid, I meant. No, hang on, Curly. We know Percy. You make it 60 quid.
There's a 2-bob bit. And thank you, lucky stars, I'm feeling charitable. Pair of shiftless parasites.
5p each, eh? What a morning. Yeah. Any joy with the van? Took it round to Brian and Kev's, didn't I? Hoping to get an older pal that type price, but don't hold out much hope for that. Brian's about as pally as Wolfman this morning. Said he'd mull it over. I said we don't want it mulling over. We want it back on the... Hello? Mr. Tattersall, how you doing? Oh, I'm extremely sorry, Mr. Tattersall, but I don't think there's any chance of us fitting you in this morning.
No van, Mr.
We're
Tattersall.
absolutely snowed under with work, Mr. Tattersall.
Tell him the truth, Teddy. Go for sympathy. He's the caring type.
Listen, Curly, if you don't shut it, you're going to be the wounded type. Yeah, of course we'll bust a gut to try and fit you in, but I think you're looking at, say, Friday at the soonest. All right, then. I'm sorry about that. Keep us posted, won't you? Ta-da.
This job's been flooded in all morning.
Always the way, innit?
It's going to cost an arm and a leg, this van, then.
We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Stop at 4 with them, Curly. I'm cutting down.
Still, we've got that 100 quid we made off the cutlery deal, haven't we? Thanks to me jeopardising my telescope money.
Thanks to me being a financial whiz kid, you mean? You stick with me, Curly. You'll soon have your bum in butter.
Yeah, you're right. Might as well take it easy, eh?
Give it up. This is a 5-minute coffee break, then it's slog on, Norman. You're trolling off with that £14 hammer, you are.
Where to, after Suggy?
No. Business before pleasure. Remember, that hut on the allotment, you're going to level it.
Single-handed?
Well, sure. I mean, at least you haven't got my job hanging round the Rovers, waiting to find out what Brian wants to sting us for the van.
I've always been there for you.
Just a ticket after a boring morning. A bit of demolition. That feels like I could lift the roof off.
Feel like I just have, mate.
What's up?
Brian's price, isn't it? He wants 280 quid just to see the van.
If it one more month, lads, it'll cost you twice as much.
That's what they all say, Brian.
And you won't get it cheaper anywhere else, neither. Let me know soon, eh? I'm a busy man.
280 smackers, though, Teddy. We haven't got that kind of brass.
We haven't, no.
Meaning what?
Meaning that you have, and you know you have.
Meaning my telescope money gets stood on terps. You can't expect me to hand that over. Mrs. Bishop gave me that out of the insurance money, out of the goodness of her heart. Anyway, that's my money, not yours.
Well, that's the end of us then, innit? For cheap and cheerful, read skint and miserable. We can't operate with no van. We hardly operate with one.
Well, couldn't we get a barrow or something?
Curly, I'm not pushing around a barrow in 1986 just because you're too tight to see sense, mate.
Well, think of it as a gimmick.
You're a gimmick, pal.
Well, it's not that I'm tight, it's just that I've earmarked that money for something else. Get the old scope paid off and the new one installed.
All right then, Barabons. Get on that blower. See if you can get us a garage that'll sort us out for less than 100 measly quid. What I got us, by the way.
No, I wouldn't consider knocking it down a bit, then.
Hopeless.
Say, 90 quid. Yeah, well, thanks. It's been very nice talking to you, too. Ignoramus.
Well,
it's not a bad do, Brian's, you know. I mean, I've only found one cheaper. I don't like the sound of that. Rex's Rex in Wigan.
well, it's been a couple of hours well spent, I suppose. Get on to Brian, shall I?
Oh, come on, wait your sweat.
Listen, don't be so stubborn, mate. Every minute that van's off the road, it's losing us money. Not to mention our reputation's dribbling down the grid. Oh, I'm sorry, Curly, but I'm going to overrule you on this one. I'm going to set the wheels in motion towards getting some wheels in motion. Hello, Kev. Is Brian there? He's not. Well, listen. Do it. Yeah, everything. ASAP, pronto. Now, if not sooner, mate. OK, ta-da. See ya.
And I'm paying, am I?
Yes, you're paying. This is a partnership, this is. That means that we abide by each other's decisions, and that's what I've just decided.
Well, you never abide by any of my decisions.
And that's how come we're not pushing a bat around.
All right, I'll tell you my decisions, shall I? No way. We'll get the money from somewhere else and we'll go 50-50.
God, Curly, you are driving me spare. What chance there is of that, eh? Finding that sort of cash in 3 days with no van? We hardly do that well with a van! All we can expect is lousy 10p's off lousy Sugden here.
It just occurred to me to warn you, in my capacity as neighbourhood watch leader, I had to lock up very thoroughly over the next couple of days, or better still, post a sentry.
Thank you and good night.
I'm worried about kids raiding your yard to furnish their bonfires.
We've got the message.
And another thing, you're a big bully.
Obviously.
You want to get yourself a pair of them big white pyjamas and enroll in a karate class. And toodaloo to you, too.
See, Curly, you seem to think I'm trying to rip you off or something. I'm not. I'm just trying to stop you putting your money into useless ventures, mate.
It's not a useless venture to me. It's my hobby, astronomy. And I like it. I like it very much indeed. It takes me out of all this low life.
And so could business, right out of it, mate. I'm not into pathetic Patrick Walker land, neither. Not into stargazing, but into being a star. It's up to you, Curly. Our fate, it's in your hands. I've got nought. There's nought in the kitty. Except 3 second-class stamps and an old bubbly gum. Just that a look. Anyway.
Well, are you going to tell me what's on your mind, or are we just going to listen to each other eat?
It's now. I'm fine.
Then I might as well tell you, Percy Sugden had me cornered in the shop doorway for 20 minutes, telling me he witnessed a tussle between you and Terry this afternoon.
We were just larking about. Ooh, shepherd's pie, my fave.
That's not the impression he got. He said it seemed to be about money.
That's just sour grapes because I charged him for a piece of wood.
I've always been sceptical about Mr. Sugden, but I must admit this had the ring of truth about it. And judging by your hangdog expression... If you have got money troubles, you should tell me, Norman. Financial matters are my forte. Oh, come on. Out with it.
Right. The van needs repairs. 280 quid's worth of repairs, and we've only got 100 quid to cover it.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, oh dear indeed.
And Terry's angry with you for paying your telescope off, is he? I dare say he saw that as a useful little sum.
Ah, well.
Well, what?
Well, A, I've not got round to paying it off yet, and B, yes, Teddy does see it as a useful little sum.
Oh, but you must pay it off.
I know I must.
Well, that's what I gave you the money for.
Absolutely, I absolutely must. But
But what?
without the van, the business is kaput. Then there's Terry, he's my friend. And then there's you, I don't want to let you down. And then there's me, all I really need is a long, long stare in outer space. I'm going balmy with it all.
Oh.
So there's this fella walks in the dock